you clicked on this video and most of you already left by this time. Why? Because of a very short attention span. The TikToks, the Reels, the short vertical format videos messed up our attention span. And why is this relevant and why am I telling you this? Well, you have to understand that at this moment, your customers also have a short attention span. And when you create an ad, when you record a video, when you take a picture, you have to understand that most of your customers will ignore your ad because not so many people like to see ads and like to be sold. So that being said, when you create an ad and when you put it out there for your jewelry store, on Facebook, on TikTok, especially on TikTok, you have to think upfront how you will hook and how you will get their attention. In the business and marketing space, if you don't get their attention, you will not get their money. First, you get their attention. Second, you get their time. And third, you get their money. As you can see, you cannot get their money without getting the attention. We live in a world where attention is currency. So, that being said, I'm gonna show you in this video 11 proven and winning and the best ad hooks for jewelry brands. I've seen a lot of interest in the jewelry store on my channel, so I asked myself how I can serve better my audience and how I could add more value to your jewelry store. That's why I'm going to show you 11 examples of proven ad hooks for jewelry brands based on my experience and based on what I've seen that is working the best for this industry. Let's start with the first one. And this is what I call what I ordered versus what I got. Maybe you've already seen this one, and for jewelry stores, they are working very, very well as well. So here are a few pro tips. Focus on the best sellers. Why? Because here's the thing, when, like I said, a lot of people, they have very short attention span. When you show them a product that is not that interesting or not like a lot of customers have an interest in that particular design, they will ignore your ad. If they just don't like it, they will not spend a second on looking at your ad. If you show them a product that a lot of people has an interest, there is a reason behind that. Most likely your customers love that product and potentially that new next potential customer will be interested in that product too. So if they like a product, they're gonna be more likely to stay and watch that video. Second is you want to use here trending sounds because it will just create that sense of organic post. And if they feel that it is not an ad, they will be more likely to stay and watch the entire ad. The third one is make it with quick cuts. So because again of a short attention span, if you keep, let's say, a clip for more than 3, 4, 5 seconds, they will lose the interest and they will swipe away. And the fourth tip is to use organic text overlays because it will create again a sense of an organic post like some of your friends posted. This is the ultimate goal that you want to achieve with one of your ads. The second ad hook is the simplicity angle. Now here's the thing, in order to make this ad perform, you have to make sure that your offer is very compelling. And by the offer, I mean a very appealing product design. Here are a few pro tips. Focus again on the best sellers. 2, create a better design. Like I said, if you don't have a good product design, nothing is going to work. This ad hook will simply not work and will waste your money. And the third tip for this ad is you want to make a piece that your customer wants to see. I kind of mention this a lot on my channel because when you create something that your customers like and they are looking for, it's just no question about like they will simply buy because at that moment you cannot even you don't even need to use a marketing page because it just the marketplace wants to see. And when you sell to an existing demand, you just need to show off a product, put it in front of them, be in their mind, be in front of them all the time, and eventually they will buy from you. The third ad hook is problem/solution. Essentially, you want to start with the problem that your customers might have when it comes to your industry, when it comes to your like pieces of jewelry, whatever objection, problem, concern they may have. Put it in front of them, and now you want to agitate a little bit and then to kind of introduce the solution, which usually here the solution is going to be the product itself. So here's an example. SOS, my fingers are green. Again, you see, this is a common question, like a common concern that these customers have in this niche. Then we see here, did you buy cheap jewelry again? Please try the brand name, of course. And of course, it's very organic. It's like, a conversation between like potential two customers. So because of that, it speaks to that next customer, the viewer that is watching this ad. Here are a few tips. Start with a major problem that your customers have, agitate it, and then introduce them the solution, aka the product. The fourth one is 3 reasons why. So for each reason, use your unique selling proposition to show why they have to choose you instead of your competitors. And this is kind of a goal of a unique selling proposition. It is meant to show to that next client that your brand is better than your competitors. And one more tip is you want to add B-rolls that back up your claims. So if, let's say, one of your USP is waterproof, you want to have some B-roll, some clips while you are showing that visually, because just saying that it's one thing, but when you show visually, then from the customer, like when your customers see your ad, they will trust you more. And now moving to the 5th ad hook, this is an unboxing experience. Here are a few pro tips. Again, use the bestseller. The second one is record from multiple angles and show the details of the box. Why this is powerful is because when someone sees a box, now they will assume and they will see you as a much more legit business, because like investing in a pretty box, having a kind of beautiful post-purchase experience that you could showcase and articulate through that ad will look much more legit and will look more professional when someone sees, like one of your customers see that ad. The next ad hook is benefit driven. Did you notice what this brand made in the beginning of this video? Let's check this out one more time. You see, this girl just said, and most likely they're gonna target men. And when a man sees a woman who says that, like to be more attractive and to have a pretty look, a pretty outfit, you need to have this chain. Well, from the men perspective, now they will have a new belief in their mind that by having this chain, they will attract the opposite gender. So this is the end goal of this customer. That's why if you start with a benefit, if you start with something that your clients want to achieve in their life using your product, I would highly recommend using it. Again, to give you more clarity based on this video, here are a few more examples. So let's say 3 types of jewelry women love to see on men. This could be the kind of the first phrase that a woman could say in the beginning of that video, where this piece of jewelry elevated my status immediately. You see, it's very, very like more about what's in it for the customer, not so much about the product. That's something that you would really want to emphasize in that ad hook if you're using this particular kind of benefit-driven ad hook. You see how this is very much what's in it for the client, not so much about the product. So if you could find the end goal and like the ultimate benefit of your client, I would highly recommend using it in the beginning of your ad. The next one is calling out your ideal customer. So here's an example you could see here in the beginning. They have a text overlay and they say the best jewelry for athletes. You want to pick one niche and call out them. And here's the blueprint to call them out. You want to use the mechanism plus jewelry for clear niche. So mechanism would be something that is specific to your jewelry, let's say iconic jewelry, handmade jewelry, and then clear niche is pretty much calling out the audience that you want to reach, the audience that you want to target. Next one is industry specific. So what you want to use here, an element that is highly desirable by your audience. You could see here in this example we have a diamond tester, and this person is kind of testing the whatever here, the earrings or the ring. The ring, it seems that the ring, and it shows that it passes the diamond tester. It's a huge thing that this audience is looking for. They want to make sure that it passes the diamond tester, so that's why they're using this visual as an ad hook, because they know it's a huge desire from their customers. So you want to find exactly what your customers would want to see when it comes to your industry, and then use that as an ad hook. The next one is the how-to. So this example is focusing on adding value to the audience. So you could see here how to style necklaces with earrings. And you want to keep it simple and don't try to be clever. Like when I say the how-to, sometimes people will want to show like to their audience how smart I am. I'm not talking about that. You just want to add value genuinely to your audience so they could feel that, hey, you know, this brand helps me upfront without expecting anything back. And now because of that, because they helped me in the beginning, you know, I will feel much more confident and much more comfortable to buy from them. And moving to the 10th ad hook, this is statistic driven. This is the best tip that I could give you, just to use real statistics. If you use some fake ones, your customers will sense it, and if they cannot find, it's going to build just a bad experience. It won't be authentic, and most likely they will never purchase from you again. So that being said, if you could find some statistics, you could use them. It's a very good ad hook because statistics can create new problems in the customer's mind, something that they weren't aware before. Because for example, here in this example, 51% of women choose jewelry for themselves to elevate their self-confidence. Well, let's say that some women did not know about that. Once they see this statistic, once they are aware of that, now they have a much bigger interest to get these pieces of jewelry so they could elevate their confidence as well. Next one, which is the last one, is us versus them. I want to show in this video the difference between your product and your competitor's product. Here again, a few pro tips. Do not call out directly your competitor unless you are a huge brand. However, even in that case, I would not recommend that because it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look that good when you say something bad about your competitor. And the second tip is have as many visuals as possible that show why you are better than your opponent. Like, you know, you could claim that you are better, you are the best, you are better than your competitor, but if you don't have visuals that kind of back up that claim, it will look kind of cheesy and not very authentic. So even if you claim something that you are better than your competitor, it's better to show that visually. From the customer standpoint, you will be positioned better in front of their eyes. So this way are the 11 proven ad hooks for jewelry brands. And if you would be interested to discover more about how to create a profitable marketing campaign from scratch for a jewelry brand, covering all the things that you could think about with, like the offer, the mindset, the copies, the creatives, the targeting, the account structure, I invite you to click on the link below. I put together the first ever marketing course designed for jewelry brands. After working with tens and tens of jewelry brands worldwide, I literally took all the things that I accumulated, all the knowledge, all the skills, and I put together in this program. And I call it the High Profit Jewelry Brand Marketing Blueprint for a reason. Because the end goal of this program is to equip you with the right skills that will help you out to grow your business. And not only that, not only to grow your revenue, but to grow your profit as well. So with that profit, you could make a difference in this world, you could help other people and get the lifestyle that you deserve. So click on the link below and get access today. Until next time, I will see you on the other side.